Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Curse Call Tarot. This is Melody. This video is for the element of fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is your weekly divine feminine empowerment messages. All right. So I decided to do things a little bit differently this week. I actually got the inspiration like a week or so ago, but then shortly thereafter, I seen this little beauty on Wing and Bell, which inspired me to get these four new little beauties. This is the air organite. This is the water organite. This is the earth organite. And then I have the fire one sitting up there already to call in for you guys. All right. This organite was made on Friday the 13th during the full moon. As you can see, there's a little crow up there in the corner. Not intended to be that way. It was intended for me, is how I put it. And then we're going to use this beautiful little butterfly that they gifted me because they feel that butterflies are about transformation. All right, so divine feminines for the element of fire. Can I would like for three divine feminines to step forward for the element of fire. Tell me who you are, why you're coming forth, the messages that you are giving us, and how you are empowering us this week, divine feminines, for the element of fire. And so it is. Blessed be. All right, so element of fire. Who is the first divine feminine that would like to come through? Who are you and why are you coming through for the element of fire? These are the divine feminine oracle cards by Megan Watterson. Okay. All right, so who is the first divine feminine coming through, and what would you like? Why are you coming through, and who are you, and why are you coming through? Okay, first feminine for the element of fire. Okay, Rabia, the queen of saintly women. I am in service of divine love. I made the way love asked me to move. I moved the way love asked me to move. All right. So what I'm going to do is each divine feminine, I'm going to pull through and I'm going to hold it here in front of the camera. And I want you to look at it and tap in your intuition and see if there's any specific messages that these three divine feminines are given specifically to your soul. All right. So I'm going to pull three. There's going to be three divine feminines. No, it's not pick a crow because I feel that these feminines are coming through together and their messages are all going to correlate together. All right, fire signs. All right. So, Rabia, the queen of saintly woman, who are you and why are you coming through for the element of fire? All right. So let's find out who she is and see why she's coming through. She represents a rare, pure love that doesn't seek anything other than simply to love. Rabbiya al Adawiyya was one of the most influential Sufi women in Islamic history. She is a Muslim saint and that Sufi mystic who lived in the 8th century in Basra to present day Iraq. On the night she was born, her father had a vision of Muhammad. He told him, "Your newly born daughter is a favorite of the Lord, and she shall lead many Muslims to the right path." When Rabia was still just a little girl, her father had died, and she was then sold into slavery. She would pray every night to be released so that she could spend the hours of her day in service of Allah, the Arabic word for God. When her master overheard her prayers and saw that she was illuminated with light as she prayed, he realized she was a saint. He released her immediately. She went into the desert and worshipped in solitude. She became known as the Queen of Saintly Women because of all the purity of her love and devotion to Allah. She set forth the doctrine of divine love known as, wow, I want to chop that up, Ishq Shik, whatever. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce these names. All right. Her poetry emphasizes her desire to worship for the sake of loving Allah and not for personal gain. In one of her poems, she says, I carry a torch in one hand and a bucket of water in the other. She wants to set fire to heaven and put out the fires of hell, so that love seeks no gain except to be in service of love itself. She explains, I do not want to worship from fear or punishment or for the promise of the reward, but simply for the love of Allah. So she's coming through to tell you just to have love for your faith, whoever you are considering your God or goddess. Just love them unconditionally. Okay. Um, this this divine feminine coming through happens to believe in Allah. That doesn't mean that you have to believe in Allah to represent or to resonate with this divine feminine. Okay, your Allah could be God, it could be Jesus, it could be whoever you want it to be, as long as you love with the purity of your heart and soul. It doesn't matter who you name as God. All right. So that's what I feel. So she's coming through because she embodied a freedom that divine love offers us. If we see her life as a metaphor of the soul's progression, she went from slavery to sainthood by devoting herself to Allah. Her only concern was the love that she could give to God. Her every action was motivated by her devotion to God, and though it's through it she received the greatest spiritual gift, self-realization. Okay, so that's why I feel she's coming through. She is telling you the the truest gift of being in the purest of love and light of whoever God or goddess that you worship will give you that self realization. It will give you that sainthood that you are seeking, is what I feel. All right. So, what message do you have for the element of fire, Rabia? What message do you have to bring forward to the element of fire? True love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Exactly. Love. True love starts with loving yourself first, embodying the purest of love. Okay, embodying that. All right. So, what are you showing the elements of fire this week? What signs are you showing? Those were messages of love by all things intuitive. These are the signs in spirit love oracle by Mystic Moon Oracle. Sorry, I didn't use them. So what's the signs that you're showing the element of fire this week? Yeah, spider, the web, weave. She's showing you that you have the chance to weave a new web, be the spider within your own life, okay? And weave this web of love within your life and make it pure, make it to the purest of true love, make it the purest of soul love. And it'll help weave, I feel, a different kind of web for you this week. All right, so how are you empowering the fire signs, Robbie? How are you empowering the fire signs this week? Breathe and meditate. Yeah, so she's telling you to breathe, meditate. That'll help you to align your heart and soul with the essence of the purest of love and light. That way you can weave whatever your destiny that you want, but in that purest of love. All right, fire signs. That's the first feminine. It's coming through for you. All right, so who's the second feminine that wants to come through for the element of fire? Who's the second feminine? Oh my. Anandamayi Ma. Wow. Anandamayi Ma. A joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. And let me hold that there for you for a few seconds. Let you tap in your intuition and see if there's any specific messages she's given to you, the individual viewer, for your own little soul's messages. All right. Anandamayi Ma, who are you and why are you coming through for the elements of fire? Okay. So Anandamayi Ma represents the essence of the expansive joy that comes when we remember our true self. Another message of coming through as the truth of like who you are, like the sainthood energy. All right. Nirmala Sundari, which means beautiful one in Bengali, was born in the late 19th century in what is now Bangladesh. Her family questioned her mental stability because from an early age she was always found in Bahabas or ecstatic states of bliss. At 13, she was married to a man she would later name Boholantha Dalanath, and he supported her life as a mystic and a saint. At 26, Nirmala enacted her own spiritual initiation. The ceremony and rites were spontaneously revealed to her from within. She explained, as the master, I revealed the mantra as the discipline. I accepted it and started to recite it. In the 1920s, she set up a Kali temple and devoted her life to spiritual practices. She began to be recognized as a living embodiment of the divine feminine and as the incarnation of Kali, as divine love. So another card coming in of as divine love. So Robbie is in service of divine love. So is Kali, and now in Ananda Ma is also coming through, embodying the divine love. Okay, her first disciple named her Joy Permeated Mother because her blissful states would inspire others to remember their innate path to joy. Her first ashram was built in 1929. Her profound spiritual teachings began to attract scholars, philosophers, artists, and other contemporary mystics like Paramahansa Yogananda. She refused to be called a guru, insisting that we are all ultimately one self. She loved all living creatures exactly the same, including herself. Okay. She gave the red thread to women for this reason, which was a sacred right of bestowing spiritual authority previously only given to men. Okay, so she's coming forward because there's a passage in an autobiography of a yogi by, I cannot pronounce his name, that relates an encounter he had with her. He asks her why she is always so filled with joy and can enter states of bliss instantly. She explains to him that she's aware of her true self. She knows that before she came to earth, she was the same. As a little girl and later when she grew into a woman, still she was the same. And now, sitting in front of Yogananda, she remains the same. Even after death, she says, though the dance of creation changes all around me, I shall be the same. This is self realization, merging with an aspect within us that never changes. It's becoming conscious of the self that is eternal while within this brief mortal existence. She believed that the only true calling or purpose any of us have is to become realized. And so she believed that any action we take toward the goal is sacred. There's a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we can merge with the aspect of us that never changes. There is a bliss we get to experience every time we detach from the surface storms that cause chaos in our life. If we can remember that we are the guru, that we are an aspect of the divine that remains the same no matter how much changes surround us, that we get to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being. Okay. So she's coming through to ask you, what is the joy in the core of your being is what I feel. All right. So what's the message that you have for the element of fire? What is the message that you have for the elements of fire? Children. Children are an important part of this partnership. Okay. So she's showing up to telling you to tap into that childlike energy, tap into that fearless energy. Remember who you are. Remember who you was as a child. Remember who you are today because things have not changed, is what I feel. Um, so I do. It says children are an important part of this relationship. So I feel for some of you out there, they maybe your childhood trauma could be blocking this from you becoming one within yourself. I also feel that she's also coming through telling you to tap into that childlike wonder, that joy that children feel before they're socially shaped as an adult. Okay. Tap into that joy and realize that it's been there all along. That's what I kind of feel the message is that she's coming in with. What's the signs that you're showing the element of fire? Anandamaniya. Violet, intuitive, spiritual, and self-aware. So she's showing you the color violet, so you can step more into self-awareness of whom you are at a spiritual level. So you can be aware of the spirit, your soul, your intuition, be aware of the spiritual aspects of the divine, of who you are. Be true within yourself. Be true within yourself. Be true within your intuition. Be true to your soul. Be self-aware that you are divine. You are um, one within yourself. Is what I feel. All right. So let's see. How are you empowering fire signs this week? How are you empowering the element of fire this week? Cleanse and detoxify. Yeah. So I feel that she's telling you to cleanse and detoxify any residual energies that you have from your childhood. Um, I see lemon water on there. I feel that that will help and cleanse and detoxify your body, your soul. Um, I see lemons as that yellow energy, which is the masculine energy of our chakras. So I feel that she's telling you to cleanse and detoxify that solar plexus chakra, your masculine energy within that chakra from any childhood trauma that you may have had growing up. I feel that that will help you become more spiritual, to understand that you are an essence of the divine. You are one within yourself. That's what I feel her message is for the element of fire. All right. So let's pull one more divine feminine for the element of fire. Who are you and why are you coming through? Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Okay, so there she is. Right off the bat, I'm seeing the dove up here, and I see doves as peace. I also see doves as the angels sending doves into your essence to let you know that they're there and you can be at peace. All right, so Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of Interior Life. Who are you and why are you coming through for the element of fire, Teresa? With passionate conviction, Teresa of Avila connects us to the love and truth available to us whenever we turn inward. Saint Teresa was born in Avila, Spain in 1515. As an adolescent, she experienced many illnesses and was confined to a bed, which allowed her to begin to explore her own thoughts. She read every book she could find on spiritual exploration and contemplative prayer. By the time she was a young adult, she knew she wanted to dedicate her life to the interior world. She entered in a Carmelite convent in Avila in 1535. She increased the emphasis on contemplative prayer and eventually reformed the Carmelite order, which was later joined by St. John of the Cross. Over the course of her life, St. Teresa founded 17 convents throughout Spain. At the age of 44, she began to have a series of visions that convinced her that Jesus Christ appeared to her in bodily form and yet remained invisible to the eye. These visions lasted for 2 years and would inform her books, especially a spiritual masterpiece, The Interior Castle, which charts the ascent of the soul as an inner journey through the seven mansions or states of being that exist within us. Ultimately, Teresa wrote in the hope of assisting her sisters in the convent to also reach the innermost castle where God dwells in our soul. She reminded them that we ourselves are the castle and that the door of entry into this castle is prayer and meditation. Her own personal spiritual experience is at the root of her instructions. The closer she gets to the seventh mansion where the soul ascends, which requires going further inward, the stronger the light is. She describes the ways to discern the voice and the presence of the divine within us and the certainty of God that arrives that cannot be explained or doubted. The inner journey was so significant to Saint Teresa because she believed that God didn't care about the magnitude of anything we do, but rather the amount of love that we do it with. Pope Paul VI named Saint Teresa a doctor of the Church in 1970. Her spiritual writings are considered integral to the Spanish Renaissance and the history of Christian mysticism. So the reason why she is coming through is to tell you a call for the importance of the interior life. She knew intimately about the spiritual wealth we all possess and have access to if we're willing to go inward. Okay? She's not only emphasized the need to meditate and to pray in order to reach the innermost castle where the soul waits for us, but she also instructed the sisters of her convent on how to discern the presence of the soul or of a saint or of a holy person that is giving us wisdom from within us. Um, she had a bookmark that supposedly read, "If you have God, you will want for nothing. God alone suffices." This synthesizes the wisdom of her experience. Nothing less than divine love will satiate a seeker, especially once you have met it from within. So she's urging you to meditate and pray. Okay. Wasn't that one of the messages here? Yeah. Breathe and meditate. So that just shows you how all three of these beautiful feminines coming through together for a reason. So breathing and meditate is important not only for Rabia and Anandamiyama, but it's also for Teresa of Avila. All three of the beautiful ladies are coming through, the beautiful feminines are coming through telling you to breathe and meditate, to tap in to your inner divine love, your inner guru, your inner self. Your innermost self has never left. It's just been socially shaped, okay? And to cleanse any issues that have childhood trauma linked to them within that solar plexus fire signs. All right. All right. So, what message do you have for the element of fire, Teresa of Avila? What message? What's your message to the element of fire? Time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. Yeah, time apart. So I feel that she's coming in and telling you again to meditate, to go time apart from your ego, time apart from your body in that period of meditation, like separating your spirit from your mind, separating that ego from your spiritual messages. Time apart from that and going into meditation will definitely help bring some clarity into your existence, fire signs. It'll help bring peace without a doubt. It'll help bring the answers that you are seeking as well. But you need to go into meditation. You need to take time away, take time apart from any existing energy that is around you and go within yourself to find them answers. I feel them clarities lie within that soul. The only way you're going to tap into that soul is through meditation, is what I feel. So, what is the signs that you are showing the element of fire, Teresa of Avila? What is the signs that you are showing? Cosmic plan. Yes, there is a cosmic plan. That I feel this cosmic plan already lies within you. So that's why she's coming through, showing you the signs with, again, a spider web. Here is the spider that goes in that web. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up. You see, I'm pulling the cards in front of you. So that's why I decided to do the elemental readings, because I feel they'll be more significant to you guys as an individual element. Okay. So the first feminine, this feminine brought the spider in. This feminine is showing you that web. There is a cosmic web. There's cosmic plan within your soul. And that's why she's telling you to go within. That's where your answers lie. All right. So, how are you empowering the fire signs this week, Teresa of Avila? How are you empowering the element of fire this week? Fairness and equality. Okay, so I do see this as a Libra card. Fairness and equality, the scales of justice. That's what Libra represents. So I definitely feel that that is representative of this week. Okay, so I do feel, you know, with this fair and equality card coming through, I do feel that she's telling you the time apart from whatever is going on, especially with some legal issues, time apart from that essence of whatever this situation is around you will help bring the clarity, because you're going to look within yourself and find the answers of this and understand that there is a cosmic plan um, being there's a cosmic plan to your existence down here as a human. And I feel that she's coming in telling you in this new moon in Libra energy to balance out your energies, balance it out. Take time apart from anything in your energy. Take back your power. Take back um, anything that is in your energy. Take part away from that. Go outside, meditate, tap into, you know, the essence of who you are. Tap into the essence of divine love. Tap into the essence of who you are within yourself. Know thyself. Tap into the self because the self never changes. You have this cosmic plan every for your incarnation. There is a bigger plan at hand here. Okay. And t- going into meditation will give you them answers about that plan, and detoxifying that solar plexus energy by drinking lemon water is a very good idea because lemons are yellow. By detoxifying that masculine um, solar plexus energy of any childhood trauma will also help you to tap into that true love essence of who you are. Tap into the true love within your soul, not necessarily with another person, and understand that the love within your soul is unconditional, is what I feel. All right. And that's where you'll find that equality, that fairness, that balance. Because I do feel what's out of balance is your masculine energy, fire signs. And that's why the scales of justice are coming through. You need to clear and detoxify that masculine energy to help balance out the scales of justice and balance out that scale of justice within yourself, that masculine and feminine energy, because masculine and feminine coming through. She's telling you to cleanse and detoxify that masculine energy. It'll help balance out that feminine, balance out your soul so that you can um, get them answers that you're looking for, fire signs. All right. Let's pull this down here. All right. I want to thank each and every one of you feminines for coming through for the element of fire. You thank you for showing up. Thank you for your beautiful message. You are now free to exit the circle. And so it is. Blessed be. Thank you for watching, fire signs. Blessed be from the Crow's Priestess.